Videos from the gravel truck. Hey, I was watching this thing yesterday, and I am not going to lie. I was like, WTF. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was watching, you know, almost like an AI review, something that's been written by AI and delivered by a female, whatever. I don't care. She could be a reviewer. You know, she's reviewing amplifiers and stuff like that, and the title of it is the best amplifier of 2025, and you start at 10 and you go down to 1. You just do. Okay, so I'll just tell you right now that there were brands like Marantz in this video, and I agree wholeheartedly. There were products like Arcam, and I like Arcam. There's nothing wrong with Arcam. There was a Mission amplifier, and I don't know where any of these sit because I was just astonished from the beginning, and I couldn't get past the number 10 choice, 10 being the worst or the least best. And then, you know, whatever, number 1 being the best. She had amplifiers in there that were, I don't know, she had a Denon. And, like, they're all good amplifiers. They're all good amplifiers. But, what did she go off of? Did she go off the specs? Did she go off the price? Did she go off the power outage, like the power output? Did she go off of anything? Like, she was so vague on the things that she said, it like blew my mind. And this is I'm not going to tell you who it is because I really don't even remember who it is. But because I was just astounded by the choice number 10. And don't get me wrong, these amplifiers are all great. I've seen reviewers review each and every one of them, except for that Mission one. Never seen that. And the Denon one, I've never seen that. It has a CD player in it. I don't even know the model. Nor did I even have the time to even look up the model number. Anyway, missed a gear there, kinda, sorta. So number 10, coming in at number 10. SU-R1000 Technics. Number 10. Okay, I got a couple of questions. If that's your number 10 pick, like if that's the worst of the amplifiers that you are looking at, why is it even on your list? You should have left that off the list, because that's a lot of things, but it's nobody's number 10 choice. Nobody in the world. I don't know how many of you folks out there, or guys out there, or girls out there that own that amplifier, but I don't. I don't own that amplifier. Do I wish I owned that amplifier? You got that right, Billy. I have heard that amplifier in 2 different places. One was an intimate setting, and one was at a buddy's house. And I'll tell you what, just the looks of that amplifier are slightly intimidating. Like, you know that you are dealing with refinement and professionalism and most possibly, probably quality, just based on how it looks. Now, that's my first impression of that amplifier. Reviewers have talked about the phono stage, which is kind of funny because I mentioned to my buddy, I said, what kind of record player you got? And he says, oh, I don't have a record player. I said, well, rumor has it, man, you're missing out on the best part of that, amplifier, because the phono stage is insane in the membrane. It's completely digital. Now, that goes against all analog guys that are listening to record players and stuff like that, but I seen a teardown of that amplifier one time just in a shop very knowledgeable, extremely knowledgeable about A, the amplifier, and B, amplifiers in general. And this guy, he just said, this is the future. This is the future. It is the future of amplifiers. Did I look at it at one point to buy it? Yeah, I did. $13,000, $13,900, I think right now today is what it's going for. That's the SU-R1000. I believe it's 200 watts per channel. I think it's a Class D. I really don't know. They call it digital power. They don't even call it Class D power. They just call it digital power. Now, I don't know how exactly to explain that, but I also don't know how to explain how it made it onto anyone's number 10 on their list. And, you know, if AI is going to take over reading specs and not giving it some sort of interpretation, then I don't know. I don't know. I think there's really no point reviewing stuff. Like, I think if Technics seen that video, they'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, literally, what the fuck? And because I'm not Technics, and I was like, what the fuck? Because I've heard it, because I've seen it, because it's amazing, because it's unfrickin' believable how good of a product it is. I don't know how many reviewers. Railroad tracks, we'll see how that gimbal holds it up. And a yellow light. And a yellow light. I don't know how I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how I even seen this thing. Like, it didn't even make any sense to me. It just popped up on my feed. I was like, what the hell? Gotta watch this. Top 10 amplifiers of 2025. Yeah, so that's a no. That's a pretty hard no from me. And I guess, you know, like conspiracy theories in this world, I guess you really got to figure out how to sift through the bullshit. Now, I do not disagree with the Marantz that she threw up there. I do not disagree with the Denon, because the Denons or Denons, they build pretty good products. But like, none of these amplifiers, just by looking at them and knowing some of the model numbers, because I did know some of the amplifiers, they just don't compare. I'll give you another example. A guy was comparing a Rotel to a Macintosh 462 or 460 whatever, and he's telling everybody that the Macintosh is just more prominent in the bass, it's more prominent in this, and it's better at this, and you know, but I mean, only marginally. He's saying it's only marginally better than the Rotel. First of all, let's get this straight. Rotel builds a great product. Macintosh builds a great product. So there's no arguing about it. But if one's 400 watts per side and the other one's 250 watts per side, okay, I'm just gonna explain all the issues to you right now, okay? That's not a comparison. Because the Macintosh is gonna win every time based on headroom, and headroom alone. Having headroom is everything with an amplifier. Like, you are not going to listen to it at 110 dB. If you listen to it at 95 dB, it's still gonna have huge headroom. Still gonna have huge headroom. You might be pushing that Rotel at that point. You might be just about touching the peaks. You know what I'm saying? I know I have a 220 watt amplifier, and I know when I'm pushing the peaks. So, you know, I get to listen maybe at 100 sometimes, 95, 85 is probably the best place to listen. And, you know, having a high sensitivity speaker is a good idea. But who in the hell does comparisons like that and then puts Technics, their masterpiece as of late, as number 10? I just have no idea. I'm in total disagreement, and I don't know, get fucked, because you're wrong. And I'm gonna just say that to all the guys that own that specific amplifier. talks are pretty rough, so I don't expect much. But I'm not editing this. I want this real, I want it raw.